iOS 18.6 is something we all are waiting for a long time now, and still the update is not out yet while I'm shooting this video. So if I go to the settings and into the software update, as you can see, I have selected the iOS 18 developer beta profile over here, and the update is not out yet. Let me refresh the device to check, and as you can see, it is not out yet while I'm shooting this video. Now, this update is something that everyone is waiting for, and the main reason that why we are waiting for this update is definitely because of the bugs people are facing on the 18.5. So people are facing overheating, lagging, battery draining, and more stuff on the 18.5. Some people are even enjoying 18.5. So yeah, it's kind of a mixed thing going on. It is good for some people, it is good for some good for some iPhones, bad for some iPhones. A mixed thing is going on, but at the same time we are all waiting for 18.6 beta 1 so we can get a fresh new start. So when 18.6 beta 1 is going to come is a big question, or when 18.5.1 is going to release, that is also a big question. So far both updates are not out yet, and we're also getting closer to the WWDC 25 that is going to take place on 9th of June. So over here we are going to see iOS 26 developer beta 1, and I don't think we will see like 18.6 beta 1 or 18.5.1 in this week. I personally believe that Apple is gonna focus on the WWDC in this week, and maybe week after WWDC 25 over here, maybe on 16th of June, we are gonna get 18.6 beta 1, and maybe same week we will get 18.5.1. But I'm not sure, like I don't think it is going to come this week. So this is my personal opinion. But still I'm not sure. Maybe they release it later today, not sure. But I think it is not coming. So far we were waiting for this update from last 2 weeks, and it was expected to come over here, but it is not out yet. It is like very unusual by the Apple. They never did this before, but they are doing this before. Now, important thing, are we expecting anything big from the 18.6? No, we are not expecting anything big from 18.6. It is pretty much confirmed that 18.6 is going to be a small update with small changes, maybe a little bit of UI enhancements or improvements in the background, like better security, improved battery life, or fixed bugs, something like that. That is 18.6 going to be about. If you're expecting any big thing from 18.6 or even 18.5.1, that is weird, being very honest. You can't expect anything big from these updates, as they're nothing going to be a big. If you're expecting anything big from any update, that is definitely going to be iOS 26 developer beta 1. iOS 18.6 beta 1 is not gonna be a big thing, but we might see better battery life than the 18.5, and same goes for the 18.5.1. Now, the big thing is that why we are facing this much bad battery life, especially on the older iPhones. The thing is, when there is a new update, it brings new features, the new stuff. When features are added, somewhere you have to compromise with the battery life, you have to compromise with the performance. But 18 iOS 18 is at the end, like 18.6, then there will be might be 18.7, and that's it. 18.8 is not gonna come, I think. And I think now it's time for the Apple to go towards the stability, to bring the stability, to bring the battery life. Stop working on the features of iOS 18. Even if they are looking forward to bring small enhancement, UI changes, or anything like that, stop doing that. Just focus on the focus on the stability of the iOS, along with the better battery life, because it's the right time to bring a better battery life. As like I tested out every other iOS 18 version, starting from the iOS 18 developer beta 1, and we have seen people were not happy with the whole things going on, especially with the battery life. So I think now it's the time for the Apple to work on the battery life, to improve the battery life, and bring a much better battery life. So if people are going to stick with the iOS 18, they can have a good stability thing. Maybe there gonna be a people who might don't wanna switch to iOS 26 because iOS 26 is gonna be a big UI change. Definitely I will be bringing videos about that. So yeah, for the people who are gonna stay at iOS 18, for the people who want to use iOS 18 on their devices, I think Apple need to bring stability. They need to improve the battery life and stop the battery draining, stop the overheating. This is what they need to do. Well, this is all from this video. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace out.